Hey guys, Scott Player. My second video for today. I want to give my review for The Boys Season 4. I've been wanting to review The Boys Season 4. It got a little bit crazy there with all that Marvel related stuff going on. So, yeah, and I was also on temporary leave for a short while. But I want to talk about The Boys because it was a very interesting season. A lot of crazy things happened. A lot of crazy things, especially some wild animals that were souped up. That was a very oh my goodness, that was hilarious. The Boys Season 4, I think in regards to the story, there were a few like subplots going on throughout season 4 of The Boys to where it was like you kind of pick and choose which part of the plot you liked the best, I guess, in this season. So in that way, it just felt a little bit disjointed as the season went on because it was just a lot going on, But I have to say, there was this one episode with Homelander that was easily one of my favorite episodes throughout this entire show. Holy crap. There was this one episode with Homelander, and he's crazy. He is crazy. But I love him because he's crazy. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on that one episode with Homelander. And in regards to the story in this season, I liked what they did with Carl Urban's character, oh my goodness. It was fascinating because he took, I don't want to spoil it, but they did something interesting with his character, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of Venom from Marvel. Just a little bit. But with that, there was also Jeffrey Dean Morgan on this show. And, I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan as an actor. I really do. He's one of my favorite actors that stemmed from Supernatural and then Negan on The Walking Dead. I loved having Negan on this show. It was a lot of fun. It was interesting how his character was sort of butting heads with Carl Urban's character. Oh my goodness, I can't even remember his name at the moment. But yeah, that was interesting and fun. Seeing how his character was sort of this conscience for oh my god, why can't I remember his name? Carl Urban's character, and also Huey. There's also this one episode with Huey, and also with Simon Pegg. There are quite a few interesting and hilarious and also traumatic episodes within this season, and I cried. I cried in that one episode with Simon Pegg because they keep beating on Huey. Every season, and he needs a break. He's gonna need therapy for the rest of his life. Oh my goodness. That one episode, it really did make me cry. But yeah, and also in regards to like the main villain, there wasn't really a main villain this season. It was mainly just Homelander, but there was also this one other new character this season that was introduced, and that's where some of my flaws kind of go with that character, because it was hard to get around her motive for a while. It's kind of hard to describe her character. Like, her character has like these I don't know. I don't know how to explain her powers, but she gets into the 7, and she's doing what she's doing for Homelander because I guess she's very devoted to him, and she'll do whatever she wants for him. And I just couldn't get behind her character. I didn't like her. uh, that's really where some of my flaws go with her character. Uh, but it was kind of leading into Homelander going back to one of his fetishes from earlier seasons, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. And also, in regards to the season finale, like there were some really great moments in the season finale. Not gonna lie, I liked where things ended. With all those, with all those super powered people at the end. I'm not gonna say anything else about the finale in regards to what happened at the end, but it was satisfying, and it definitely set up for season 5 and where that conflict is gonna go, as this sort of dictatorship almost. That's all, but that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm going to say. So, and also there was some imagery in the finale that kind of reflected on real life. There were some moments in the finale that was hit a little too close to home for things that are going on at the time when the finale premiered. So be warned if you're sensitive to that kind of thing in regards to politics and yeah, just a full warning for the season finale of The Boys if you haven't seen it yet. There's some imagery there and also some moments that happen in that finale that was resembling things going on in politics at the time in real life. So just full warning of that. But also, there is this other character in this season that I had to talk about. This character who is essentially like the Boys' version of Spider-Man. that character, holy crud! I mean, they played him for laughs mostly, but there, like I was saying about Huey, there is this one episode with Huey, and he was wearing Web Weaver's costume. Wow, that was messed up. That was completely messed up, and there's some imagery things that happened in this season that's going to be really hard to get out of my head for a while. Oh my goodness. This show can get very gritty and very disgusting at times. Not gonna lie. And the spin-off show, Gen V, also had some pretty weird and gross things at times. This is definitely not a show for the faint of heart. It's really not. There's a lot of gratuitous kind of moments throughout this show, and it's something that you really don't want in your head for someone that doesn't like this kind of stuff that gets really violent and gratuitous. So that's another thing about this season. And the show is in general, it's been like that since its first season. So it's a rated R to its core, not for the faint of heart, not for kids, just for adults. But wow, there was some imagery and some moments with this other character called Tech Knight, who is he's quite the dirtbag. He's quite the dirtbag, Tech Knight. Like where I was saying about the character Web Weaver and Huey and Tech Knight, that's all I'm gonna say in regards to that one episode with those characters. But wow, oh my goodness. Like I said, Huey's gonna need some therapy. So overall, I do think it was a good season. Although I think the first season is still my favorite season out of these 4 seasons that we've had so far, and this being sort of one of the weaker seasons, if you ask me. But it was still decent. It was still good. And if I had to give this season of The Boys a grade, I'd definitely give it, I'd say a B plus. I think that'd be my grade for The Boys season 4. So yes, that is my grade for this season. And overall, I mean, like I was saying, I had some issues with this one character, this woman who was in the 7, and I didn't like her. I didn't like her, and also, a lot of different subplots going on, and a lot of just gross and gratuitous moments at certain points and some disturbing stuff. That's all I'm gonna say in regards to all that. But yeah, B plus for me for The Boys season 4, and with where they ended things in that final scene of the finale, it definitely raises a question as to what's gonna happen to the boys' characters. Because oh man, like I was saying, in regards to like a dictatorship, uh, like I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm just really worried for the boys' characters. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, great finale. Season itself had its ups and downs. So yeah, B plus. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys again very soon. All right, take care and have a great week. Peace.